5-month-old baby boy on life support, and the boyfriend of the infant's mother is accused of putting him there. CBS 4's Summer Knowles joins us live from the Northwest Miami-Dade jail where he's being held. Summer.
Well, Rick, police have now identified that man as Antoine Sawyer, and he does have an extensive criminal record, including arrest for aggravated assault with a firearm, resisting arrest, and selling drugs. But tonight he's being held here at TGK on a $10,000 bond, now charged with aggravated child abuse.
It's horrible. He's a helpless being. There's no reason why somebody would do that to a baby.
Adolfo Bravo's son is 5 months old and on life support at Miami Children's Hospital. That's after Miami-Dade police say baby Andres was injured while alone with his mother's boyfriend. We first learned of this story on social media through an Instagram post claiming baby Andres' mother brought him to the hospital in bad shape.
According to investigators, it was first brought to their attention that the child had fallen off of a bed, but during the investigation, it was discovered that these injuries could not have been sustained during that type of incident.
All signs and all medical results already said that basically they confirmed shaking him.
And this is the man police believe is responsible, 28-year-old Antoine Sawyer, who's been arrested and now charged with aggravated child abuse with great bodily harm. This was Sawyer in court Wednesday, where his bond was set at $10,000. Once released, he'll be placed on house arrest. Meanwhile, Bravo offers this advice to other parents as he grieves the loss of his baby boy, who he says would have been 6 months old come Sunday.
Message here, man, stay involved in your kid's life, man. Check up on your kids. Just because the mother has them doesn't mean you gotta trust them 100%. There is bad people in the world, bad boyfriends. Just look at my son right now. I basically lost him in a matter of 2 days. There's nothing happy about this. It's not even explainable. I'm in shock.
Now, CBS 4 did reach out to baby Andres' mother. She did not want to speak with the media. We also were able to reach out to Sawyer's mother. We spoke with her very briefly, and she said she did not want to speak with the media either. Now, police are telling us that if baby Andres does not survive, that the aggravated child abuse charge against Sawyer, it could actually be upgraded. We'll certainly keep you posted. For now, we're live from TGK. Summer Knowles, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Thank you, Summer. Well,
CBS 4 Summer Knowles joins us live from Miami Beach with the details. Hi, Summer.
Hi, Elliot. Well, just moments ago, city leaders here, they decided to go ahead and move forward with a contract, at least on a temporary basis, a trial basis, a contract that would allow them to provide those body cameras for police officers and other city officials. Now, I got to tell you, the main objection here had to do with privacy concerns, and they were talking a lot about residents and when they would legally and rightfully have an expectation of privacy under this program, a program that I'm told is aimed at three things: accountability, transparency, and safety.
It gives us an idea of what's really happening out there.
Miami Beach City Manager Jimmy Morales is pushing to equip police officers, code enforcement, and parking officials, along with fire and building inspectors, with small, wearable cameras to be able to monitor their interactions with the public. The cameras would come from Taser International and would give this type of view during those interactions. The idea comes on the heels of the controversial and fatal police shooting of an unarmed teenager in Ferguson, Missouri.
The whole Ferguson thing, that could easily be cleared up if there was some video evidence. And I've had firsthand experience with the cops here and needing video evidence to suggest what I was saying.
But while Erin Bannister is in favor of the cameras on police, she isn't quite sure it's necessary for other city workers. And she's certainly not alone.
No, that's a little Big Brother-ish.
More cameras, bad idea.
Why?
Invasion of privacy. A slippery slope to having cameras everywhere.
A police officer is going to have recordings for a whole day, every day that they're working, and so anybody then can do a public records request and say, give me Officer A's tape from the entire day. And what is that going to show? That's going to show some stuff that I don't know. Maybe we don't want that sort of intrusion.
Well, we're talking about when there's a public interaction. We're not talking about them walking around filming people randomly. We're talking about they turn those cameras on when they're about to have issuing someone a parking ticket or issuing someone a code violation or conducting an inspection of a property that, so it's not going to be just random filming. It's filming the interaction that sometimes we get complaints about from the public.
And Miami Beach's police chief, he used to work in Aurora, Colorado, where he says he implemented a very similar program. So he says he is very confident that he'll be able to get the workforce on board and have a successful implementation of this program here in Miami Beach. We're live from Miami Beach. Summer Knowles, CBS 4 News.
Thank you, Summer. Former convicted terrorist Jose Padilla got a new sentence today, and it's much longer than his original sentence, but his family is upset with the ruling. CBS 4's Summer Knowles joins us live from downtown Miami with the story. Summer?
Hi, Elliot. Yeah, 4 years longer, actually. And, you know, Padilla was in court today, and so were some of his family members. And one of the first things he actually did in court today was mouth "I love you" to his mother, something she says is very characteristic of her son, her firstborn son, who helped her raise her other children. And today, she maintains her son is innocent. Jose Padilla, a now convicted U.S.-born terrorist, was once again in federal court, this time for a resentencing hearing on charges he was convicted of roughly 7 years ago, charges initially filed in 2002.
I think what hurts the most is that it continues to happen. You know, here we are 12 years still asking for more time.
And the government got it, 4 more years to be exact. Padilla, who was arrested in 2002 on multiple terror-related charges, was convicted 5 years later of conspiring to murder, maim, and kidnap people around the world as part of an Islamic jihad or holy war against the United States. He was sentenced to 17.5 years in prison at that time. But today, a U.S. district judge resentenced him to serve 21 years after the federal government appealed the original sentence on the grounds it was unreasonable and too lenient. Padilla's family feels differently.
No, it should not be much longer sentence. It should be less. He should be released. Okay, my son's case was fabricated.
And I'm not naive. I see the news all the time. I know there's people out there that they don't have good intentions for this country. But I do know that you know, not just because he's my brother, I know he's innocent. I know that this case was fabricated.
Part of Padilla's family's argument, the fact that they say he was held and tortured by the military for 3.5 years without charges or an attorney as an enemy combatant in a plot to detonate a radioactive dirty bomb, something he was never charged with.
They violate all his constitutional rights. You don't treat your own people like that. I mean, we're supposed to be America, the beautiful America. God bless America, my home sweet home.
It's like a circus. They're just playing around.
And despite the claims of foul play from Padilla's family, you know, the government says that they are considering this case a complete success, even commending the investigative efforts of the FBI, the ATF, and Homeland Security. We're live from downtown Miami. Summer Knowles, CBS 4 News.
Summer, thank you. Right now, we've got our...
Well, in a nutshell, his answer was he found out about that video and saw it the same time we all did on Monday when TMZ released it.
We didn't get this right.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell breaking his silence Tuesday about the newly released elevator video from an Atlantic City casino showing former Baltimore Ravens star running back Ray Rice punching his then-fiancée Janae in the face, knocking her out cold. Rice has since been released from the Ravens and indefinitely suspended from the NFL, but many wonder why the initial video released, video showing Rice dragging his unconscious fiancée out of the elevator, wasn't enough for Goodell to suspend Rice then, instead of handing him a 2-game suspension, especially in light of the fact he's handed out harsher punishments for drug usage. Denver Broncos wide receiver Wes Welker suspended 4 games for using performance-enhancing drugs, and Cleveland Browns wide receiver Josh Gordon suspended an entire year for substance abuse.
What we saw in the first videotape was troubling to us in and of itself. But what we saw yesterday was extremely clear, is extremely graphic, and it was sickening. And that's why we took the action we took yesterday.
Goodell says he and NFL leadership saw the video for the first time Monday after it was released by TMZ. But how is it the news and entertainment website was able to get their hands on the video, but the NFL couldn't?
I don't know how TMZ or any other website gets their information. We are particularly relying on law enforcement. That's the most reliable. It's the most credible. And we don't seek to get that information from sources that are not credible.
Now, in a letter to Ravens fans, the team's owner, Steve Bisciotti, he said initially they were under the impression both Ray and Janae, who were meeting regularly with the team chaplain and going to couples counseling, that they would both face simple assault charges. But the prosecutor dropped the case against Janae and then elevated the charges against Ray from simple assault to aggravated assault. That's when the team backed off and deferred all action until court proceedings were done, and that's where they say they made a big mistake. But you can certainly take a look at the entire letter to Ravens fans for yourself. It's on our website, cbsmiami.com. Summer Knowles, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Summer, thank you. And you can see the full Norah O'Donnell